Hi, I'm Emily, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add staff members to Tapestry in bulk. If you're wanting to add staff members to Tapestry individually, do check out our other video on this, which is linked in the description box below. To add staff to Tapestry, you will need to be a manager on your account, so if you aren't one, do make sure to share this video with them. Before we get started, I'm just going to explain the 3 different staff types that there are on Tapestry. Firstly, there are managers. So managers can do everything on an account, and they also have access to the control panel. This is where you can enable features, adjust settings for your account, and also add children, staff, and relatives. Next, there's full members of staff. They're set up with an email address and password so they can log into Tapestry from any device whenever they want. Everything that full members of staff can see and do on an account can be controlled by a manager through the user permissions section. Finally, there's PIN-only members of staff. These members of staff aren't set up with an email address or password, just their name and a 4-digit PIN. They're designed for situations where managers don't want staff to be able to log in to Tapestry from home. Therefore, for them to be able to log in, a manager or full member of staff will need to log in to a device and then switch user. Just like full members of staff, everything that PIN-only members can see and do on the account can be controlled by a manager through the user permissions section. Before we get started on adding staff, I'm going to show you how to prepare your CSV file. A CSV file is just a type of Excel file. If you use a management system like Sims, you should be able to export a CSV from there, which you can then upload. If you're making this yourself, like I have here, you just need to open up an Excel file, input the different columns, so you'll need to have their forename, surname, email address if you're adding managers or full members of staff, and also the staff type. Once you've done that, you'll need to save it, and you'll need to make sure that the file type is the CSV option. Once that's file saved, we can now look at how to add this to Tapestry. So I'm now back on our Tapestry account. To do this, you'll just need to go to the control panel. So click on your name in the top right hand corner and select Control Panel from the drop-down. Then on the left-hand side menu, select Manage Staff. On the Manage Staff page, you'll then need to scroll down to the bottom and look at the Import Staff section. So the first thing that we'll need to do is we'll need to upload our file. So click on the Choose File button. Once that's added, just click on the Upload button. So now you're going to be taken through a couple of steps, and this is just to make sure that all of the data on the CSV file matches what is going to be input onto the Tapestry account. So just double check that the input name and the Tapestry name are the same thing. Then click Next Step. For step 2, we're doing the same thing, but just making sure that the staff type values are the same. Then when you're done, click Next Step. So on the last step, you'll see the staff that you want to add to your account. We can see here that we've actually already got some of these email addresses on the account, so I'm just going to make sure to not include those members of staff. Just select the tick boxes for the staff that you do want to add to your account. Once you've got all the correct staff selected, click on Next Step. This last step is how you choose to activate the members of staff. So there are a couple of different options here. The first is to activate by email. So this means that an email activation link will be sent to the staff members if they're not PIN only, and from that link they can set up a PIN and password to log in with. The option below this is to generate the activation link and give this to staff yourself. The last option is to generate random passwords and PINs for staff. If you choose this option, this means that staff will be made active straight away. With the options to generate the activation links or to generate the password and PINs, this means an Excel file will be created for you, which you'll need to download. It's really important if you choose one of these options that you save a copy of this file, as once you move on from this page, it's not possible to download this again. If you're not ready to activate staff yet, you can go straight and click on the Finish button, and this means the staff will be added as not activated. You can then activate them at a later point. But for this, I'm going to choose the option to activate by email. You'll then just have to confirm this option. On this page, you'll see that an activation link has been sent to the full member of staff that I've added, but I've also chosen to add a PIN-only member of staff. Now, as an email can't be sent to them as they're not added with an email address, I'm going to have to click on the button to generate a PIN for them, and then just click OK. Once you choose the button to generate a password or PIN, you'll see that that's done for you, and to save a copy of that, you can click on the Download These Details button. Once you've done that, just click on the Finish button. This will take you to the Manage Staff page, where staff will now appear on this list. So, that's how to add staff in bulk to Tapestry. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.